Johnson, Greg Biffle, Matt Kenseth, Paul Menard. 19 lead lap cars. Green flag.
Carl Edwards in that 99, he was on his game on that restart, but Kyle Busch in the 18 just gets that run on the high side down the front stretch.
Kenseth and Menard coming into the picture as well.
I tell you, that Menard car back there in 5th place, he is fast. If he can clear some of this traffic, he could be a factor.
Paul Menard led 35 laps early on. Edwards trying the bottom for the lead.
I guarantee you right now, Carl Edwards got those elbows up in the air, up on the wheel.
Behind him, Jimmy Johnson cruising the high line. And Edwards packs it in.
Matter of fact, I just saw that left one sticking out the window, headed up so high.
Just can't quite get enough bite off the corner up there. Jimmy Johnson in the 48 behind him getting real high in 1 and 2 that time.
But Larry, he carried that thing in there big time. That's where Jimmy is really making up a lot of time entering the corner. This is going to get dicey, real dicey. When the 48 gets in there and puts pressure on Carl in the 99, he's going to have to make a move on the 18. He's going to try the outside now.
They are pulling away from the next 3 cars. Biffle, Kenseth, and Menard. 32 to go. There are the 2 battles for 1st and for 4th.
Boy, I tell you, sticking that nose underneath of the 18 like that, one little slip.
Looks like Edwards wins on corner entry and Busch on corner exit.
Well, Carl tried to go to the high side. That didn't work out too good for him. He lost ground. It's Carl's best bet. He's going to have to muscle his way, and I mean that, around the 18 if he's going to pass him. And he better not let him get away from him. Whoa, Kyle got loose off of turn 2 that time.
Darrell, is it a little too early for the old Bristol bump and run?
Oh, yeah, you don't want to do it until, you don't want to give the guy a chance to come back on you. But I do feel that may take place.
And Jimmy Johnson in that 48 just sitting back there waiting. You guys go ahead and get at it. I'm sitting back here just waiting.
Plenty of time. 27 laps to go. Fourth place for the moment decided in favor of Kenseth, with Menard 5th, Biffle 6th, and Kurt Busch. Edwards is there. He will lead this lap from the inside.
But Kyle Busch a fight back on the outside, but he can't quite clear the 99. Watch Carl Edwards in the 99 going down into 3 this time.
Folks, these are 3 of the best drivers in the sport right now. 3 of the hottest.
The difference this time, Kyle Busch got back to the throttle first.
Right now, Carl, I think he's just trying to say, okay, I've got to keep my cool. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to get into him yet.
He got pretty loose off turn 4 that time. Jimmy Johnson in that 48 right there, about a half a car length behind him.
One thing about the 48 car that I've noticed all day long, the longer we go, if we should go to the end here under green, I believe that 48 car might be a skosh better than these 2 guys. Right now, one thing I notice about Kyle, he never looks back, and he never uses any brake. That's why he's so nice and free getting into the corner. He's late. He stays off the brake. You never see his eyes looking to the back. He's looking straight ahead. He's focusing on what he has to do. Doesn't worry about Carl Edwards.
Darrell, there was a time when you'd sit in 2nd place, cool your tires and your brakes, and wait and then make another run. Are those days over?
I think they are. I believe these tires are not that forgiving anymore. I mean, you got so much goody in them, and if you abuse them, they're going to go away on you.
20 laps to go this time.
And a driver knows, Mike, that's one thing about Carl right now. He says, okay, that's all I got. So now he's going to have to figure out how I got to stay ahead of the 48 now.
And even though they're running a bunch of different lines, our top 3, Busch, Edwards, and Johnson on the stopwatch, their times are identical to each other.
I believe if I were Jimmy Johnson, and I believe he has a car that can really roll that bottom, and I think that's going to be a good place for him to hang.
He definitely was right around the bottom of the racetrack that time.
Oh, 20 car.
Logano hit the wall up in 4 and makes it down to pit road. No caution.
I think he may have blown a tire going into turn 3 over there. Kissed the wall, hit pit road.
Johnson got alongside Edwards but couldn't do anything with him. We stay green, 17 to go this time.
Yeah, I think the lap car of Andy Lally in that 71 played a big role in that.
It really did, Larry.
Kyle and Carl have finished 1-2 6 times in their Sprint Cup career. 4 wins for Kyle, 2 for Carl.
Here comes
so
Johnson
far.
on the 48. Made a run that time through 3 and 4. Just can't run in the bottom. It's just hard to complete that pass.
It is, and of course Carl's trying. Carl's real good around the bottom too. But what they're getting now is they're seeing that 18 car starting to inch away from them. You love it. And right now he's got his arms wrapped tightly around it.
3 laps to go. And Busch continues to extend his lead. It's now a full second.
Yeah, he's caught this traffic just right. He's worked his way by each one of these cars without any problem.
He wants to see that white flag. He knows we'll have a race then.
Combined, the Busch brothers have won half of the last 18 Bristol races.
Unbelievable. No bushwhackers today, boys.
White flag for the M&M's Toyota.
Sweep it again, baby. Sweep it again.
Off turn 4.
Oh, we did. Good job, M&M. Hold it, guys. You all want the race up this road.
Kyle Busch scores his 20th Sprint Cup Series victory in his 226th start. Big battle to the line between Paul Menard, Kevin Harvick, and Kurt Busch. That battle for 5th settled in favor of Menard.
What a comeback for Kevin Harvick in that 29. Remember, he was in that caution back on lap 437.
These old race cars are tough, man.
Well, of all the cars that got wrecked today, Darrell, we ended the race with only 6 in the garage.
Yeah, again, it's a short track, and you hit the wall here. If you don't, if you don't just kill it, you can go in and get it fixed and get back out.
Kyle Busch ties Speedy Thompson for 33rd on NASCAR's all-time win list. His last win came here last August. It's been 15 races between Sprint Cup victories for Kyle.
And look at that old piece. Not a scratch on it. He drove a really smart race all day long.
And it runs Kyle's streak of consecutive winning seasons in this series to 7.
And I tell you, with the maturity he has shown me the beginning of this season, this could be a guy that could be a real threat to knock Jimmy Johnson off his throne.
Kyle Busch is the season's 4th different race winner, joining Trevor Bayne, Jeff Gordon, and Carl Edwards. Visiting victory lane.
He is a seasoned veteran at what he's doing right now.
Yeah. He'll probably do that better than anyone.
First win for Toyota this season.
To victory lane and our Dick Bergman.
Come on out. Out, out, out.
And the broom for the clean sweep of the weekend. They ran a race yesterday. He won that. Last August, they ran 3 races in 3 different divisions. You won all 3. That's 5 in a row. So many race drivers would just give anything to win once here at Bristol. You've now got 5 in a row over 3 divisions. Do you realize how difficult this would be for anybody but you?
It was a lot harder today, that's for sure. Carl kept me honest there, and I was making a couple mistakes, but nothing we couldn't rebound from. This M&M's Camry was awesome today. Can't thank the guys at Toyota and Joe Gibbs Racing. M&M's, thanks for signing up for another infinite years. It's a multi-year deal, so we're excited about that. And this is a heck of a way to kick that off. All the partners there and all the employees, all the people worldwide at M&M's, and you know, also our thoughts and prayers go to the Toyota folks and everybody in Japan. And you know, anybody can go to redcross.org and donate if they have anything to give. And you know, it's fun to come out here and do what we love to do, but in the travesties of things that happens in the world, it's cool to also give back to those guys. So thanks Sprint, Marquis Jets, Gillette, NOS Energy Drink, the fans. I mean, this is cool to come to Bristol.
And thanks for the driver as well. Listen,
I love it, baby.
Listen, so many people have got dented up race cars. I don't see a scratch in this. How'd you do that?
There's a couple on the right side. You just haven't gotten to that side. No, I mean, it's just, you got to be patient sometimes, and sometimes you got to go for it and put it through the middle. And, you know, there's a couple lap cars that kind of held me up a little bit, and I just kind of gave way. Too early in the race to push the issue, let Jimmy take the lead. You know, our guys, I tell you what, our guys on that last pit stop won this race coming out of the pits first. I don't know if I could have got by Carl. Carl was good, and our car was definitely better on the longer run. Obviously, you know, we kind of stretched it out a little bit there, but I was worried that Jimmy might get by him and come razzle me for a little while, but I felt good about these guys and what they did. Dave Rogers, awesome job. Thanks to you guys at Fox, and appreciate the time.
Well, thank you and congratulations, Chris.
Thanks, Dick. A changed man at age 25, but the same old outstanding driver, Kyle Busch, who in intros here was booed and said, oh, why can't we all just be friends?
What a final run to the checkers. It always seems like you and Kyle Busch have the fans on their feet. What was the difference, though, on that last run?
It's simple. I should have hit him harder. He's still got one coming from Phoenix, but it's too far from the end to start racing like that. And I really thought I could get by him clean, but then his car took off and mine was loose. But I still got one in my pocket, you know. But he did a really good job driving. Our car, we struggled early. My guys came back. I got to thank Scott's, Easy Seat, Affleck, all my fans for supporting us. Didn't look so good in the middle of the race, but we'll just go to California. I don't want to have any time off. I want to go race some more. That's pretty close. I probably won't let that happen again.
All right, Carl Edwards almost takes another one here in Thunder Valley.
Well, there's no time off. We go straight to California next weekend, 400 miles on Fox. To win here, you got to be good all day. You've got to be great at the end, and you look worn out.
Boys, I'm exhausted.
I believe you gave me 100%, didn't you?
I drove my heart out. I just want to thank all the boys down the truck, Barry and Artie and all the fans for being here today. And it was a great race. I'm gonna go lay down now.
I think we got all he had, which is all we can ask of our driver here at Bristol.
I emptied the bucket today, boys. I emptied the bucket.
All right, let me just add, only one driver has a top 10 finish in every race this year, and that's our point leader, Kurt Busch.
Well, Jimmy, you led a lot of laps today, but talk about the final restart with 37 laps to go, what your strategy was, and why you couldn't catch the front.
Well, oddly enough, clean air is important here. It makes a big difference. I didn't see much of the 99 all day long, but I knew the 18 and I were relatively equal, and whoever had clean air could get a little gap, and that was kind of it. So it came down to that last pit stop. We didn't get off pit road first, and I think that's really where the race was gone at that point, especially with Kyle. He knows how to control the starts, knows how to take advantage of a clean racetrack, restarts well. He really had control from that point on, and it was the rest of us racing for second, third, and fourth.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Yep, you got it. Thank you. Good day for us.
A big hug from all of his family members. An impressive run by Paul Menard. This team just continues to impress.
Yeah, I mean, had a fast race car all weekend. What's cool is we've been to 4 different racetracks and we've had strong runs at all 4. Testament to Slugger, everybody at RCR. There's a lot of talent up there. Slugger's built a hell of a race team and just having a lot of fun right now.
All right, Paul Menard, 5th here in Bristol.
Well, Matt Kenseth, you guys weren't a factor early, but it seemed like you just kept getting that car better and better. Talk about your afternoon.
Yeah, it was a struggle. We really weren't a factor most of the day, and Jimmy and them guys made some really good adjustments at the end. They went the wrong way early and almost got a lap down, and finally got it better there at the end. And I also got very fortunate in the lines on the restarts where I got to line up and was able to make some spots on them short runs. And 4th is probably more than we deserve today, so it feels good to get a good finish.
Thank you, Matt.
All right, thanks.